1. If the norovirus lays off, the London Stadium should deliver a big moment this weekend with the 4x100 meters elite sprinting Usain Bolt's final farewell, plus potential baton-based slapstick. It's an event that has produced some classic clips. Jamaica's Bolt finished world record win in 2012, Team GB's men's victory at Athens 2004, and a classic from Seoul 1988, USA vs East Germany vs USSR featuring Flo-Jo. And here's a montage of classic baton fumbles, inevitably featuring Britain and some familiar-sounding commentary. Jarrett's gone off well, storming down the back straight. Jarrett will hand over to Braithwaite. Not bad. Oh, Braithwaite's dropped the baton. Here's the story of the US women's team's baton struggles, and their ultimate redemption in 2012. And finally, of course, there's this again. It's not 100 meters, but still, any excuse. UCC, for the depths of hell 2. The Women's Rugby World Cup is underway. Relive some memorable past moments with England star Maggie Alphonse's top World Cup memories, some tries and highlights from 2014 and New Zealand's victories in 2010 and 4 years previously. 3. Saracens have had much to brag about in recent times, so perhaps a tendency to show off is understandable. Although this attempted diving board passing move doesn't quite come off, it looks like fun all the same. 4. You may not have noticed it, but Premier League football is back this week. Welcome Huddersfield and Brighton, the latter's remarkable survival story we tell here. Brighton Hove Albion, a journey from nowhere to the Premier League. Video 5. Get yourself properly in the mood for the new season with a couple of choice own goals here. Livadia take an early lead against paid Linnaeus-Kond in the Estonian Cup without having touched the ball, and this own goal by Sam Dorrier's Ricky Alvarez at the Liberty Stadium might have put a spring in Swansea's pre-season step. 6. And so many summer transfers means one thing: plenty of initiations. After arriving in the Premier League from Las Palmas, Roque Mesa is already making himself at home at Swansea City. As is Chelsea loanee Tammy Abraham, and John Terry, and so on. Highlights from last week's blog 1. Continuing last week's cricket theme, Adil Rashid produced an incredible delivery to bowl Michael Richardson for Yorkshire against Durham at Headingley in the T20 Blast. Rashid pitched the ball outside leg stump before it turned sharply, beating the bat and clipping the top of the batsman's off stump. Very reminiscent of Shane Warne's famous delivery that bamboozled Mike Gatting during the Ashes in 1993. Wasim Akram once took 2 Test hat-tricks in a week, not too shabby. The pay dispute between players and not players in Australian cricket is now seemingly resolved, paving the way once more for Ashes encounters like this. And in the Caribbean Premier League T20 match between St Kitts and Nevis Patriots and Guyana Amazon Warriors, substitute fielder Fabian Allen takes one of the best catches you'll ever see, a running arm outstretched only-handed catch on the boundary. 2 athletes get confused on the court or field sometimes, but in a FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup match, Russia and Spain got so disoriented that Russia went the wrong way on the court and scored on themselves. More detailed breakdown of what happened here. 3. The NFL preseason starts on Thursday with the annual Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Seems a good time to look back at the highlights of the last NFL season. And Jerez, the Edmonton Oilers and Chicago Blackhawks equaling the record for the most goals scored by both teams in a NHL game. 4. Football, and this may have been Neymar's best in a Barcelona shirt, his goal against Villarreal in November 2015. More importantly, as part of a new partnership with a local animal shelter, Chilean side Colo Colo were accompanied out of the tunnel by a selection of dogs for the Chilean Primera Division opener against Deportes Antofagasta. 5. With Conor v Money fast approaching and GGV Alvarez not far behind, take the time to update yourself on 2017's hardest punches. 6. Take a good look at Chris Smelling if you see him at the pool table. Run. You've been framed. Jeremy Beadle presents snooker trick shots. And finally, here's George Osborne at the darts. Spotters badges the Durham, Bedford Blue A rider, Deno the Minnow, who brought oranges, Black Scissor, Lee Wall, Graham Clayton. Guardian YouTube football channel to subscribe if you fancy. Guardian YouTube sport channel to subscribe if you fancy.